So today's topic is 5G core network features. So some of the new technologies that are introduced to improve the network, those are NFV, SDN, network slicing, MEC, and NFV. NFV is network function virtualization, and it is a major concept where traditional network functions like routers, firewalls, load balancers are virtualized and run as software on standard servers instead of using dedicated hardware. They are the key part of modern 5G. And then SDN. SDN, it is software defined networking. Software defined networking, it separates it's software defined networking. It separates the control plane, the part that decides where traffic is sent from the data plane, the part that actually forwards the traffic. Control plane, it is centralized in a software controller that programs the network dynamically. So traditional networking means each device router switch has its own brain, SDN, one central brain controller manages the whole network. And SDN, it is important because it makes network more programmable and flexible, and it simplifies the management and automation. So, and network slicing. Network slicing, it's another important concept when it comes to data rate. Network slicing, uh, it creates multiple virtual networks on top of one physical networks. Each virtual network is customized to serve a specific application service or customer need. And MEC. MEC, it is multi-access edge computing. MEC means means at the edge of the network instead of processing everything at a distant centralized cloud. Means cloud services delivered very close to the device at base station routers edge services. So next these make 5G networks software and hardware separated. They don't have to be tied together anymore. Cloud driven, they have to use cloud technology. Programmable, you can control and adjust things easily scalable, can grow quickly when needed. Flexible orchestration, easy to manage different parts together. And in detail, these four technologies are being explained here. NFV, the network function virtualization, it turns the network functions like firewall router into software instead of hardware. SDN, software defined networking, makes network control separate from hardware, easier to program and manage the network. Network slicing, splitting one physical network into many virtual networks. Each slice can be customized for different needs like gaming, IoT, etc. MEC, multi-access edge computing, moves computing closer to the user like apps running near you instead of in a faraway cloud. The 5G core network features, so software defined networking, it will separate the control functions. Control functions, they are decision makers. Means it will separate control functions from the user functions. User functions, actual data transfer, where the actual data transfer happens. Next, it will make the network programmable, meaning you can control and automate the network easily, and helps manage many network parts together, like called orchestration. Infrastructure hardware is abstracted so it can be shared across different services. Here, the one important word, orchestration, that has to be addressed. So, orchestration, it uh, means in networking, especially 5G, SDN, NFV, or MSC, orchestration, mm, it means managing the deployment or configuration or scaling or monitoring or healing. Means orchestration, it acts like a manager. Uh, which tells what to deploy, where and how and when. So network function virtualization. Instead of physical hardware, network functions run on software. It will make networks more flexible, cheaper, and faster to update. Next, network slicing. So one physical network can be divided into many virtual networks. Each virtual network slice can serve different purposes, like one slice for regular users, one slice for emergency services, one slice for IoT devices. Different slices can have different speeds, reliability, and security levels. Multi-axis edge computing (MEC) brings computing and storage closer to the user at the network edge, reduces delays because data doesn't have to travel far. Apps and services can run near the mobile device, cloud, or data center, depending on what is faster. Helps in things like giving gaming, self-driving cars, and video streaming, where quick response is important. In short, 5G uses cloud, software slicing, and edge computing to make the network faster, smarter, and more flexible for different types of services.